The National Secretary of the Ethiope State Creation Committee, Engineer Chief Anthony Ochuko Onyokoko, has warned Urhobo political gladiators against hijacking the agitation for the creation of Ethiope State to settle political scores or attack individuals, saying such conduct could derail the collective aspiration of the Urhobo Nation. Onyokoko, who is also patron and founder of Grassroots Marshall for Good Governance in Delta State, said his intervention was necessary to disassociate himself from personal and partisan attacks against Dafinone, stressing that while the Ethiope State Creation Committee had the right to officially clarify issues concerning the agitation, such institutional responses should not be turned into political attacks against the Delta Central senator. He also exonerated Senator Ede Dafinone from allegations of working against the agitation for the creation of Ethiope State, declaring that the senator's position should not be twisted into opposition to the Urhobo State creation quest. Onyokoko made the clarification on Saturday at the press conference in Isokolo, headquarters of Ethiope State local government area of Delta State, where he was joined by the leaders and members of Grassroots Marshall for Good Governance. He decried the recent and sustained attacks on Senator Ede Dafinone by the chairman of the Ethiope State Creation Committee, Chief Dr. Christopher Ominimini Obiwiwi. He said the agitation for Ethiope State must remain above partisan politics, stressing that while individuals were entitled to disagree with Dafinone or question his actions, such disagreement must not degenerate into personal attacks, political persecution, or denigration. He cautioned politicians seeking elective offices ahead of the 2027 election against using the state creation agitation to advance personal ambitions, urging them to campaign on their records, policies, and programs rather than hide behind a collective cause. According to him, the movement requires the collective support of traditional rulers, political and religious leaders, professionals, youths, women, community leaders, and Urhobo people in the diaspora. He stressed that the creation of Ethiope State would require legislative engagement, political negotiations, consensus, building and cooperation among elected representatives. While distancing himself from personal attacks against Dafinone, Onyokoko acknowledged the right of stakeholders to hold the senator accountable. We may question his action, disagree with it, seek explanations, and place our position before the public. We must also recognize that we are entitled to our own views on how to achieve our agitation for a state for the Urhobo people, he said. He also rejected the suggestion that disagreement with Dafinone automatically gave the Ethiope State Creation Committee the authority to demand an apology from him on behalf of the Urhobo Nation. He appealed to Ominimini and other stakeholders to moderate their public statements, warning that inflammatory rhetoric could deepen divisions within the Urhobo Nation at a time when unity was crucial to the state creation campaign. Onyokoko specifically noted that Dafinone, as the duly elected senator representing Delta Central Senatorial District, could remain relevant to the legislative process required to actualize Ethiope State. The
Grassroots Marshall. Grassroots Marshall. Our mandate is sure for good governance. My name is Engineer Okakuro Anthony Ochuko Onyokoko, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Urhobo Fagbon Kingdom. I am the patron and founder of Grassroots Marshall for Good Governance in Delta State, and also the National Secretary, Ethiope State Creation Committee worldwide. Good day, distinguished members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for honoring this invitation. I speak today as the National Secretary of the Ethiope State Creation Committee. I have considered it necessary to address you because I have, on several occasions, been accused of supporting or endorsing political attacks directed at Senator Ede Dafinone on social media. However, that official response must not be confused with subsequent political exchanges or personal attacks against the senator on social media. It is those attacks, particularly where they become personal or partisan, that gives me cause for concern. I believe that everyone has his or her own way towards achieving the state creation of Ethiope State. I hereby state clearly that outside this official response of the committee, I should not be associated with or presumed to have endorsed personal or political attacks on Senator Ede Dafinone. My message today is centered on three principles: unity, respect, and non-partisanship. Unity. Ethiope State is a collective aspiration of Urhobo people. It does not belong to any individual, political party, or organization. Whatever our political differences, they must never become greater than our common interest. The struggle requires the cooperation of our traditional rulers, political and religious leaders, professionals, community leaders, youth, women, and our people in the diaspora. We cannot successfully pursue a common state while fighting one another. Our strength lies in our unity. Second point is respect. Constructive criticism is legitimate in a democracy. No elected representative is above scrutiny.
The Urhobo leader also urged members of the National Assembly, Delta State House of Assembly, and the state government to work together in advancing the demand, stressing that the process required friends, not enemies, bridges, not divisions, dialogue, not confrontation. Onyokoko warned that Urhobo leaders must learn from the circumstances surrounding the creation of Delta State in 1991, particularly the disagreement that, in his view, contributed to the emergence of Asaba as the state capital. The circumstances surrounding the location of the capital of Delta State in Asaba following the creation of the state in 1991 should remind us of the consequences of the division at critical moments, he said. He insisted that the Ethiope State Creation Committee was established as a non-partisan platform and must remain so, regardless of the political affiliations of its members. He said political parties and alliances would change, but the collective interest and identity of the Urhobo people would endure, urging all political actors to subordinate personal ambitions to the broader interests of the nation.
The creation of Ethiope State. Or lend the support.
Some provisos.
Yeah. This is what is leading to this crisis of opinion. At Bayelsa, during the hearing, the hearing of public hearing, I was not there, but the videos spoke for themselves. Chief Okumagba spoke. Dr. Wisin Omene spoke, and Senator Ede Dafinone spoke, all in favor of the creation of Ethiope State.
Reiterating his position, Onyokoko said he supported his committee's right to respond to legitimate criticism, but reject the use of the agitation as a platform for partisan attacks. Praise Akpomedaya, reporting for Advocate TV.